Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, so I'm actually going out here to get the old Dodge ready for its first real job. It's not ready for prime time yet, but I'm gonna go pick up some hay that should get me through the rest of the year. And we're gonna take the old purple truck to do it. Now it's not quite ready yet though. I've got to get straps and things like that out of the mess of my other truck. I need to clean it. I don't know why I have an old broken hanger in here. Anyway, so lately I've been sort of making mental notes, if you will, of what all this truck's gonna need so that it is ready for prime time. And I'm actually really down to two things, maybe three. I'm sure there's more. It needs some brake work. The brakes work fine, and the rotors and stuff seem like they're fine, and I'll get under there and check later and make sure they're all good. It stops fine, but the brake lines, the rubber lines on the front and rear are all corroded. So I need to do that. That strap's no good. Why do I even have that? What is that? I need to throw away some of the junk. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there. I need to get an oil change in this thing too. And of course that bed needs some work, but it won't stop me from putting some hay on it. But I can't really use it for everything until I get those floorboards replaced. Like everything else, it's too expensive right now. So I don't really want to pay for the lumber. But the good news is where we're headed today to get the hay is actually just across town. It's actually just like the next street over, really. And we're gonna put it to the test. Well, we're not really gonna put it to the test. That truck has clearly had a whole lot more weight than I'll probably ever even put on it. But it'll be the most weight that I've had on it. And it's gonna take more hay than my personal, let's say my personal, I guess they're both my personal. What am I talking about? Then the white truck will take. But you see, there's one of my issues. So it's about 3 boards that are totally toast. These back here are toast, and there's a spot over there that's not very good either. Now, to be honest with you guys, I can't really remember what the status was the last time I even talked about it, but I've been inquiring for a name for the truck. So if you got some ideas, I've got a few. I've had some really good ideas suggested. I'm gonna give one last poll for options here before I make a decision. But anyways, aside from the names, we originally had to work on a bunch of electrical work. We got all that sorted. She's running pretty good, haven't had any troubles, and I've been not daily driving it, but just daily taking it around, and no trouble starting, no issues running. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. Of course, I say that, and I'm sure later this afternoon it's going to end up giving me trouble, because that's how things go. But I'm not going to stress it. Got plenty of those to go around. Alright, had to go get the tripod so I could set you guys down and fold up those straps. Well, I'm really hoping the rain holds off. We're potentially getting some rain. I mean, I'd love to have some, but I'd really like it to not rain on the hay. I guess we'll find out. Huzzah. Look at that thing, it's ugly. Also, what's that doing here? I used to be so good about keeping these things stored neatly, wrapping them up, putting, you know, rubber band around them, or just simply getting them wrapped tight enough they don't come unwound. I've seen people put socks on these before. Seems kind of weird, but to each their own, I guess. You know, I've still been thinking a lot about what I'm going to do for the rest of this year, and what my plans are going to be. You know, what I'm going to spend money on. I really love to spend more time on this truck, and I've got a lot of plans for it. I guess I should tell you guys about those plans. My dad and I have sort of come up with a vision for this truck. As you can see, I'm a little bit ADD, so forgive the topic changes, but for the truck, I'm wanting to pull this bed off of it and fix those welds I've shown you guys in the past on the back that should never have been done. So we're going to take this headache rack off and do it different. I'm going to paint it and put a new floor in it. I also want to put some of those underbody toolboxes like you get on the big rigs up underneath here. Now, totally unnecessary stretch goals because I really like cars, by the way. I kind of grew up kind of helping work on cars out of necessity, more so than desire. But I've come to really appreciate that as I've gotten older. And I actually I don't like to work on my own car, but I enjoy working on stuff for fun. And this truck is one of those things that's kind of more of a for fun thing. Like, hopefully one day it becomes, you know, a little more of a requirement for the farm, if you will, because I'd like the farm to grow, which will require me to have a bigger truck, and this truck can do that as long as it's running right. But I lost my train of thought there. But you know, I'd really like to really beef it up, you know, like do the for fun stuff, not just make it more reliable or safer or more capable per se, but just make it better, just for the sake of making it better. Like, who doesn't want more horsepower or more torque or stronger axles or beefier suspension or any of the stuff that makes a car or a truck fun? Speaking of those underbody boxes, this is what's on there today, and it's cracked and it lets water in, and it's just a normal plastic toolbox that somebody mounted on its side under here. So I'm going to take that out at some point and put a real toolbox under there. But in the meantime, I have something. Okay, so bringing the squirrel back home, if you will. We've got some ideas and some plans for the truck, and I told you some of that, toolboxes and things. Let me tell you why I have some of those plans. I'm fortunate enough that my dad actually works at a tractor trailer shop and has access to a whole bunch of stuff that gets thrown out. Oh, it's just my tag. I thought something was getting on my neck. Anyways, where that came from. So every once in a while they throw out some of those old toolboxes. Someone get one of them, clean it up, fix it up, stick it on here. I'm not looking for perfection, especially not on this. Oh, something else I almost forgot to tell you guys. Ow. So on my very first outing with the truck, I just took it to the gas station, was going to put gas in it and drive it home. And it started overheating on the way to the gas station. And so I got there, you know, when I bought the truck, the guy told me that he just put a water pump on it, and I was okay. So I thought, well, maybe there was an issue there, or maybe he didn't burp the system well, or I don't know. It's idled fine and never got hot, but it was getting hot. So took it to the gas station, sat there for a little bit, let it cool down, put some gas in it, tried to start it up. It wouldn't start, and it was still really hot. And so I decided at the gas station to pull the thermostat. So if you've never seen an automotive thermostat, here you go. I wasn't sure what it was. This is a 195 Fahrenheit. That's 91 degrees Celsius thermostat. And it was well over 200. It was not opening. Well, dropped it. Anyways, so I took it out. I actually been running it without a thermostat for a while. It didn't even have a gasket on the thermostat, so kind of need to do that. Probably should put another one in it, but for now, the heater doesn't work. The AC, well, there is no AC. So I don't know if it's a fan. I assume the blower motor is either not hooked up or not working. I don't really know, but none of that works anyway, so it's not really going to hurt anything running it without the thermostat. But, you know, just random fun fact. That happened. Again, squirrel. To be honest with you guys, I usually edit out my squirrel moments because it happens a lot, or I'll lose my train of thought and go off on a tangent. But I'm just kind of embracing that. That's why there's been kind of several different things on my channel, like what's happening, why I'm doing what I'm doing, learning all sorts of things, remodeling the dining room. It's totally not a homestead thing. But as a person who homesteads that needs to know how to do a lot of different things, it sort of fits. Plus, honestly, for my own sake, I like how it turned out, and I'm glad I filmed it, because now I have something to go back later and look at and go, hey, look, this looked like crap and now it looks better. All right, I'm gonna try to stop rambling. So she needs brakes. She needs a windshield, which is gonna happen eventually. You know, it needs oil change. It needs some bed work. The exhaust is, well, there's barely an exhaust on it. You can probably tell from the videos where it's running. What else does it need? Oh, it needs seat belts. The passenger seat belt works, but the driver's side does not. In a perfect world, I'd actually put seats in it. It used to have bench seats, and now it has like some bucket seat that's strapped or clamped down to the frame of the old bench seat. I don't know. It's kind of jerry-rigged in there, but it is what it is. Let's see. I feel like there was something else. Oh, I'm sure there's lots of other. Oh yeah, I need to run the fuel line correctly. The way right now it's got a soft line run bypassing the hard line from the tank, and it's probably just dirty. I just need to blow it out, but it's just been so hot, like, and I don't have room in my garage to pull that truck in, so working on that stuff in the middle of the summer just, I don't know, kind of sucks. Plus all that costs money I don't really want to spend. And of course I got lots of other stuff going on. I still need to get the tractor fixed. I got all the wire out, and I put a temporary bolt in the bush hog just so I could finish up a few things the other day, but I got new shear pins for that. I need to put those in. I gotta start planning for what the fall is gonna look like for the pigs. Because I'm gonna have at least 2, if not 3 different pig pens this summer, or this winter, I mean. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna manage that. Or I'm gonna have to get rid of at least 1 pig. But again, there I go squirreling. All right, so I'm just waiting on the guy that I'm buying the hay from. Much like myself, he works a regular full-time job. He's supposed to give me a call when he gets home, so I'm just waiting on that at this point. And then once he gives me a call, we'll pack up and head over there. Not gonna film at their house because out of respect, I'm not gonna film somebody else's property. But I'll give you guys the first hand when we get back. All right, guys.
Going somewhere in the purple truck?
Yes, we are. We are headed to go get our hay.
Hay?
Come on, Noah.
In the purple truck?
That's right, in the purple truck. Here we go. All right, guys, so we just made it back. Had to hurry up and get Noah inside for bedtime, but we're loaded. So I'm guessing we're probably somewhere around, it's only about 1,300 pounds, which is nothing for that truck. It's technically over my payload on my GMC, but this wouldn't even fit on there anyways. And I didn't stack it real high, but I don't think all of that would have easily fit back there on that short bed. So I know it's not much, but for me, I'm excited because that's the first real job for our old purple farm truck. I'll go ahead and apologize in advance for the light because we're going to be in the barn and it's dark and it's getting late. So the rest of this probably won't look too good. Ow. What's up, girl? I know, we're out here late. Alright. Ow! Thorns! They broke off in my pants. Alright, you're not gonna be able to see it real well, but I got a couple bales of straw I need to get out of here. I'm gonna stack some of my hay here, I guess. And I think I'm gonna stack the other pallet over here and stack it in the middle. And we'll see if it fits. Regardless, it did its job. Not $1,800 worth of a job, but it did its job. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.